April 4th, 1968. Martin Luther King Jr. stepped out of room 306 onto the balcony of the Lorraine Motel. He told his young aide, Jesse Jackson, to put on a tie for dinner.
I said, Dr. King, prerequisite for eating is an appetite, not a tie. He said, you crazy. We laughed. He never knew it hit him. He didn't suffer at all. Because I remember saying, get up. He's my friend, Martin. Martin, hold on, Martin. He was gone. He was here. He was not here.
God knows this is the most tragic thing that has ever happened in my life.
When you see something like that, you never really recover from such a scene.
Knowing Dr. King was a marked man, news crews shadowed his every move. But at the moment of his death, no television cameras were present. The only pictures taken that day were by a South African filmmaker, Joe Lowe, who was at work on a documentary about Dr. King.
I heard the shot ring out, and I rushed out on the balcony. I saw Dr. King lying about 40 feet away. I ran to help, but there wasn't much anyone could do.
I have some very sad news for all of you, and that is that Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis.
We are very upset today because we have lost somebody like a father.
It's got to be private, it's got to.
And today, many people are out here on the street wondering which way they're going to turn because we don't know where we're going to go. Do we go to the right? Do we go to the left? We're not sure today. And we've lost something, and we feel it deeply. We feel it.
Our Moses, the once in a 400 or 500 year leader, has been taken from us by hatred and bitterness. The white people do not know it, but the white people's best friend is dead.
Crowds gathered along Harlem's 125th Street.
Looting and varying degrees and some burning was reported in a dozen or more cities.
Uncontrolled carnival of looting began.
Dr. King gets assassinated, and cities in the north go up in flames and riots. There's a sense that the nation is on the brink of civil war.
Once the demonstrators were seen out there burning down things, and they were seen as violent, all of the components that made the white man the obvious bad guy suddenly gets reversed. And that was a horrible moment of watching the narrative shift.
Martin Luther King's death was not the final chapter in the struggle to overcome racial injustice in America. But for a time, King changed the plot from disillusion to defiance. And despite the hate, he saw hope.
Dr. King said you have to create a crisis so that the power structures are forced to answer. We had to create crisis rooted in traditions that are far older than our chapter of the movement.
The shape of the world today does not afford us the luxury of an anemic democracy.
If you are fortunate, his memory can stick to your mind and inspire you to keep moving.
King used to talk about that a real peace was not the absence of tension, but the presence of justice. Ensuring the presence of justice is a whole lot more complicated.
The price that America must pay for the continued oppression of the Negro is the price of its own destruction.
There was something happening in America that responded to his voice and his message.
It is a struggle between the forces of light and the forces of darkness.
It was a moment that galvanized people and brought people off the sidelines, made them speak up and take a stand.
This isn't a conflict between black folk and white folk in the final analysis. It is a tension between justice and injustice.
He never framed this just about race. It was to redeem the soul of America. It's a tragedy to me that he's kind of seen as a leader for black people from a different era rather than as our leader.
Let freedom ring.
Dr. King always said, you're going to die.
Let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia.
You have nothing to say about where, when, or how you died. Your only choice is what is it you give your life for.